to welcome you all here this afternoon for this wonderful occasion. This has been a blessed day.
Amen.
And it's just the beginning. We want to first say thank you to the county who provided the funding for our river walk. And we so much appreciate it. It's wonderful. And as you can see down the beginning, it's very well utilized.
Amen.
We're here. I would like to thank the council, the state, the Second Century, everybody involved, our RDA, our chamber, anybody I missed, know that I thank you. And we appreciate the togetherness, the family attitude that is growing in us. Again, this is a wonderful day and we're going to move it forward. We're going to continue on. I would like to take this opportunity to introduce my friend, my colleague, and the most wonderful friend, Regina Horton-Lewis.
Thank you. Mr. Pulowski, would you come over here with me? I'm going to try to boss him around today and see how that works out. Hey, Regina. All right. I'm supposed to tell you, and I don't have to tell you a little bit about Mr. Pulowski. The thing about Mr. Pulowski is, on any day of the week, all of us could pass each other. We could be at any public place. We could be in a grocery store. We could be in a drugstore. We could be in a park. We could just be walking along the street. And we're just individuals. That's all we are. Each of us an individual. What Mr. Pulowski represents so well is that we are a community.
Amen.
He makes us a community.
I didn't know that.
You do. You do. He had a vision. He had a vision for all three gazebos. He had a vision for what he wants to see along here and how beautiful he wants us to maintain it and keep it and make it accessible. And he would not be stopped because his energy and his commitment and his love for the community comes through. And therefore, hundreds of people start to say, oh, I think he's serious. That's their first one. They go, really, Mr. Pulowski? And then they go, oh, I think he's serious. Because he is. He's very serious about us having a shared vision and us doing all we can to beautify and utilize our assets. And it's a great thing. And we love him for that. And I want to just list the people and state the people that have come forward to help him, because it's quite an extensive list, and it's various people from all walks of life. So the list, I will go as quickly as I can, because it is long, but I'm going to talk fast. The Coatesville Polish American Citizens Club, they were one of the first to come through, one of the very first. Adglen Sportsman's Club, Barbara and John Pulowski family. Coatesville Rotary Club, Demilier Molina, Jerry Lenfest, Paul Evans, Roger and Michelle Alice. West End Fire Company, Chester County Half Marathon in memory of Jacina Miller. The City of Coatesville, Coatesville Area Partners for Progress, Jennifer and Bob McNeil, Mike and Linda Zorak, Nancy Picciarella, Pico, Reggie and Carolyn Ward, the Gennard Berry Carlson Memorial Foundation, the Stuart Houston Charitable Trust, Tom Comida, who's our town planner and landscape architect, Tyrone Oliver Pulver Corporation. In addition to that, there are a few key people that have helped this man accomplish all of this. Corrine Yost is his granddaughter. Where's Corrine? Come on over, baby.
I'm gonna have more to say about her later.
Corrine is his granddaughter, and she is his partner in this. And she comes and helps him. Janet Yost, her mom. Jerry Flynn.
He said he can't make it. I sent him an invitation.
Okay. And David D. Simone, who I thought might be here. And our honorary.
Does that say?
It says honorary.
I didn't see that on
It
there.
does say that. It says honorary John Pulowski. So we're going to give him a few minutes, Mr. Pulowski, to say a few words. Before you do that, I'm going to let Representative Harry Lewis make a presentation to you. You know him, don't you?
I think
So?
we've met.
Yeah.
Harry, how are you?
How are you, John?
Good. Good to
Before
see
I even mention this, John and I go way, way back to the days when I was teaching physical education at Coatesville High School. And John helped me introduce archery to our students at the high school level. And I never will forget that. He just came in, volunteering, wanting to help our youth, and thought the physical education department at our high school was a good place to start. And ever since that, my remaining years as a physical education teacher, archery was inducted into the curriculum at Coatesville High School, and it's because of this young man right here. And I'm so proud, and we've been stuck together for a long, long time. And when I say that, it goes back a lot of years,
I had brown hair then.
And he did. But as your state representative and representative for this community, John, I am so honored to have the opportunity. I'm serious. When we look at Coatesville and what happened earlier this afternoon and being proud to be from somewhere and what you've done to this river walk, it's just unspeakable. I mean, we are so proud of what you do and what you've done and the beauty and just looking down and gathering to people just come up here to walk, and I've even done that a couple times. I'm familiar with the kayak group that starts over here and practices all the time. I go over there and watch those guys, which started at Coatesville High School too. We needed a place, and that's been there a long time.
Yes, it has.
With this beautiful scenery. But this is from the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, and it's a certificate of recognition. It has a bunch of whereases and this type of thing, and they're short, but I tell you, because it's you, I'm going to read these, and only a couple of them, but because it's very significant. Whereas the House of Representatives of Pennsylvania is always pleased to recognize those exceptional individuals who, through their many laudable achievements, bring great credit to themselves, to this Commonwealth, and to the city of Coatesville. And whereas John Pulowski is being honored for his tireless efforts to improve the community and bring great exposure to the Scenic Coatesville River walk. And you can look around and see how beautiful it is. And now, therefore, the House of Representatives of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania heartily congratulates John Pulowski upon his well-deserved recognition. It directs as this copy of this certificate sponsored by myself, the Honorable Harry Lewis Jr., on June 17th. We have another date because this was earlier. 2017 be transmitted to John Pulowski. Congratulations. We love you. The city loves you, John. Thank you. The floor is yours.
Well, I also want to acknowledge Representative Tim Hennessy, who was our representative for many, many, many years. And also, do you want to come make a comment?
You were a child, right?
Yes, yes, I was actually. Come make a comment. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, John.
Congratulations, John.
Thank you.
This has been a project that John has adopted from the get-go and has worked so hard, so tirelessly over the course of many, many years. And it's beautiful to be here as part of the celebration and to see it come to completion. It is, as you look around, just you can come here in the city, the third-class city of Coatesville, the only third-class city I think in Chester County. All right, you can get away from the hustle and bustle of the city by coming to this river walk and just taking a stroll from south to north and then turn around and come back again. You see the gazebos that I know you've been so proud of. Even though I don't represent this area anymore, John has kept me abreast of what's going on and the progress of the gazebos as they've been installed through the miracle of email. So we talk occasionally, and I want to congratulate you on seeing it through from soup to nuts. You've been there. You've been the straw that stirred the drink and made sure that this thing didn't go off the tracks. It is a beautiful addition to the city. It's wonderful for the city citizens to be able to come here for some sort of respite from the daily life, the hubbub of everyday life in the city. And just it's a lasting tribute to you. Will be, and congratulations very much.
Thank you very much.
All right, the floor is yours, Mr. Pulowski.
Okay.
Mr. Pulowski, 1 second. I just want to tell everybody too, not many people know this, but we actually have a John Pulowski Day in the city of Coatesville, and it was instituted about 5 years ago. November 23rd of every year is John Pulowski Day. And one of the things that we like to do on John Pulowski Day is encourage people to go out in our community and do something good for our community, because it doesn't matter what day it is, Mr. John's out there doing it. So that is actually an ordinance in our city codes. It's a resolution. It will be there until the end of time. So Mr. Pulowski is honored in our city code forever. Thank you, Mr. John.
I read these things, and what Marie just talked about, I read not too long ago, and said on that day, every house in Coatesville at night should turn on their lights. I don't even turn on my lights. So everybody's an excuse.
It should be done. I'm going to say that as John's daughter.
This is my daughter. She's butting it. I have 4 minutes. I have
And he
4
needs
minutes.
all 4.
And you wait 30, almost 30 seconds already.
Should be done.
One of the first people I called just to get some information about what we could do here, since this is all county level stuff, what we can do here. It's called Pat Pocket. Pat, I'm going to put the gazebo down, we're going to go to the river walk. There's some kind of easement. And his first question to me was, how much are they going to cost? I said, I'm not calling about money. but the money came later. I really don't know how I got started on this. Well, back in like 2015 or so. And it just kind of fell together. I just thought it'd be nice to have. Well, what happened really was the weeds on the other side of that fence were this high. We had the grand opening, ribbon cutting for the river walk itself. We couldn't see the river. Where is the river? So shortly after that, my wife and I, we had a stroke, and she had some effect over today. That's why she's not here today. A little bit of therapy. I cut the weeds down from there up to there on that side of the fence, handed it to her, and she put them on fire. So 3 dump trucks of city public works to haul those weeds away. We still have to work on that. And it's true. The first person that helped volunteer, who asked me to volunteer, and is still doing it. She was 16 years old. She was 19 years old. I have pictures in here. Anybody want to see them later? You can look at them. She worked down here when there was no gazebos here. And is still doing it. My granddaughter, coordinates. She was a big help. There are other people helping too, don't misunderstand me. But you got to say some things, and I don't want anybody's feelings being hurt. Bob, he came down, looked this over too, right, Bob?
Yep.
And I remember Bob said, John, he says, I like your vision. I said, well, I didn't know how to vision. but he liked it anyway. And things just went from there. And raising the money for the gazebos wasn't really that difficult. Once I explained to people what we had for Coatesville, not for me, not for anybody else, but what we could do here for Coatesville. I collected the money, and as money became available is when we put the gazebos in. We got to pay for the pad and the gazebo. Cap, or like without cap, we would still be on the other side of that fence. Huge, huge, huge. Regina, I think she stopped taking my car.
I did not.
But I wouldn't blame her. Really, I wouldn't blame her. But this is how it went. This is how it went. When the money became available, we ordered the stuff from the vendors. No money, no gazebos. And that's how it went. The first gazebo down there, Post Club paid for it. What was it? $6,000. This gazebo up here, a little bit of everybody. And likewise, this gazebo, when we raised the $12,000 for this one, it was installed. The gazebo donators of each one is on each gazebo. So, like Virginia said, without them, we would not be here today. I think I've said 4 minutes worth of stuff.
I think you have.
And I don't know what else to say, but it's good to be here.
Thank you.
This Riverwalk project actually had four points of interest. 3 gazebos and a set of steps go from the bank down to the creek. Because the whole thing pertains to the creek. We got these done through the Department of Environmental Protection. Right now, I'm working with FEMA on getting, not permission so much, but just to get organization with putting in a wooden set of steps, because particularly that would open up that creek to a lot of good things. FEMA sent, when I explained to FEMA what we wanted to do, they were very, very accommodating and said, we are extremely pleased that people will have access to that creek. And hopefully that'll take place. So I have nothing else to say, and if I have any questions or something, ask them briefly, but looks like everybody wants to go home and eat.
No, we're just going to cut the ribbon.
Okay.
All right, what we're going to do is stretch the ribbon on the outside. John's going to turn around and cut it, so everybody come up close to John. Could I borrow you as a photographer to take a picture? All right, you guys stay here. Everybody stay inside.
You want us to stay inside? Hey, sir.
How are you doing?
I'm all right.
Yeah, put your papers down, and you have to be careful. They're very heavy and careful.
Make sure I got it.
Get up here, young lady.
Those are some big scissors.
We'll stand behind him, Tim. Right here.
Right here. Excuse me.
There you go.
Thank you. Sonny, where are you?
Good. Here we go. There you
That's
go.
okay. We're good.
What am I doing?
Go ahead and hold it. 1, 2,
Okay, look down here.
3.
There you go.
Do we have to call you surgeon now?
Ah,
Call you a surgeon.
Not a bad idea.
that's awesome.
Dr. Pulaski.